What did your boss say to you during a meeting that resulted in you immediately resigning? I'd been working at Henderson Architecture for almost 7 years. Started as a receptionist, answered phones, scheduled meetings, the usual stuff. But I worked my way up through project management, and for the last 2 years, I'd been handling major contracts basically by myself. I had this thick binder full of client thank you emails and compliments. I thought the partners knew I was essential. During our quarterly meeting, I decided to present this new proposal I'd been working on. I'd spent weeks researching project management software that could streamline our delivery process. I tested it on my own time, built a working prototype, even tracked cost savings over 6 months. The numbers were impressive. We could cut project timelines by 30% and save the firm around $40,000 annually. I set up my laptop, walked them through the whole presentation, showed them the interface, the automation features, the client portal integration. I was proud of this work, really thought they'd be excited. After I finished, there was this long, uncomfortable silence. Then Mr. Hensley, the senior partner, started chuckling. Not the good kind of chuckle, the condescending kind that makes your stomach drop. "You know, Marissa," he said, leaning back in his chair like he was about to deliver some profound wisdom. "You're great at being helpful, but don't confuse that with leadership. You'll always be a strong assistant, and that's nothing to be ashamed of." I thought he was joking. I actually waited for the punchline, but then the other partner, Williams, chimed in with, "Seriously, let's not give her ideas above her station." My face got hot. Ideas above my station? I'd been managing million-dollar projects while they played golf twice a week, but it got worse. Hensley kept going. "We appreciate the effort, really, but maybe stick to what you know best. Scheduling, organizing, keeping things running smoothly. Leave the big picture stuff to us." That's when it hit me like a truck. They didn't see me as someone who'd grown with the company. They saw me as the same receptionist from 7 years ago, just with fancier tasks. All those late nights, all those client saves, all those emergencies I'd handled, they thought I was just being a good assistant. And then I remembered something that made my blood boil. 3 months ago, I'd trained this intern, Jake. 22 years old, fresh out of college, couldn't even use AutoCAD properly. Last week, they promoted him to junior associate, the same position I'd been asking about for 2 years. I closed my laptop real slow, unplugged it, wrapped up the cord. The whole room was watching me now. I stood up, grabbed my notepad and pen, looked directly at Hensley. "I'm going to lunch," I said. "Don't wait up." I walked straight to HR. Linda was at her desk eating a sandwich. I pulled out my phone, typed up a resignation email right there, hit send. "I just quit," I told her. She almost choked on her sandwich. "What happened? Do you want to talk about it?" "Nope, I'm using my 2 weeks of vacation time. Today's my last day." I went back to my desk, packed my personal stuff into a box. The whole office was staring. Hensley came out of the conference room looking confused. "Marissa, what are you doing?" "Sticking to what I know best," I said. "Organizing my exit." I spent those 2 weeks setting up my own consulting business, had business cards printed, built a website, reached out to every client contact I'd made over the years. 3 months later, I signed Morrison Development, one of Henderson's biggest clients. The project manager there, Carol, called me directly. "Honestly, Marissa, you were the only one I trusted anyway. When I heard you went independent, it was a no-brainer." Henderson lost a $2 million contract because they thought I was just an assistant. Best lunch break I ever took.